My spoiled sister is out of jail, and now she expects me to give her everything to start her life afresh. She showed up at my door last Tuesday with 2 garbage bags, our mom, and the audacity of someone who thinks 3 years erases everything. No apology, no, hey, been a while, just, I need your spare bedroom until I get back on my feet. I haven't seen her since the sentencing, the day the judge gave her 18 months for identity theft and fraud. Mom and Dad sat behind her crying, while I sat on the opposite side with Grandma, whose hand was shaking in mine. For context, my sister has been the golden child since birth. Only girl, 3 older brothers, and parents who thought the sun rose and set with her. Growing up, she could do no wrong. Broke my stuff, boys should share. Stole money from my wallet, I must have miscounted. Got caught shoplifting at 16. The store was being dramatic. I moved out at 19 and watched from a distance as she spiraled. Dropped out of college twice. Got fired from every job for not showing up. Maxed out Dad's credit cards on a trip to Vegas. They always bailed her out. Always made excuses. Then 3 years ago, she crossed a line even they couldn't ignore. She stole our 74-year-old grandmother's identity and opened 5 credit cards in her name. $40,000 in debt for designer bags, bottle service, and a trip to Miami with her boyfriend. Grandma only found out when debt collectors started calling, threatening to take her house. The house Grandpa built. The house where she raised 4 kids and buried her husband. Almost lost because her granddaughter wanted a Gucci bag. I was the only one who testified against her. Mom and Dad begged me not to press charges, said we could work it out as a family, that sending her to jail would ruin her life. I looked them dead in the eye and said, she already ruined Grandma's, so yeah, we haven't exactly been close. Now she's standing in my apartment, the one I bought by working 60-hour weeks as a paralegal, making demands like she's checking into a hotel. She wants to borrow my car for job interviews, needs $500 for professional clothes because no one will hire me looking like this. Oh, and can I co-sign a lease for her next month because her credit's completely destroyed? Mom's nodding along like these are perfectly reasonable requests. Like the past 3 years didn't happen. I just stood there in shock while my sister walked around my apartment critiquing my furniture. This couch is kind of ugly. When are you getting a new one? She picked up a photo of me and Grandma from last Christmas and barely glanced at it before putting it face down. Then she opened my fridge, grabbed my leftover Thai food, the pad Thai I'd been thinking about all day at work, and said, "You're not still mad about the whole Grandma thing, right? That was like forever ago. People make mistakes." That's when something in me snapped. I asked her if she ever apologized to Grandma. She rolled her eyes and said, "Mom made me write a letter from jail. God, you're so dramatic." I asked if she knew Grandma had a heart attack from the stress, had to sell her car to pay off some of the debt, still works part-time at 77 because her retirement got destroyed. My sister shrugged, actually shrugged. That's not really my problem anymore. I did my time. I'm trying to move forward. I walked to my door and opened it, told her she had exactly 10 minutes to leave or I'd call her parole officer and report that she was harassing me for money. Mom started crying, the ugly kind where mascara runs and voices get shrill. She said I was heartless, that real siblings forgive, that I was punishing my sister for one mistake and ruining her chance at redemption. I looked at my mom and said, she didn't make one mistake, she made thousands. Every time she swiped those cards, that was a choice. Every time you bailed her out, you taught her actions don't have consequences. I'm not ruining her life. I'm just refusing to be another person she uses. My sister called me a vindictive witch, said I was jealous of her my whole life and this was my revenge, that I testified against her because I wanted to be the favorite for once. I opened the door wider and said, real siblings don't commit fraud against their own grandmother. Real siblings don't show up after 3 years expecting a free ride. Get out. They left. Mom hasn't spoken to me since. Dad sent one text saying, I broke your mother's heart and nothing else. My brothers, they've been buying me drinks all week. They lived through her chaos longer than I did. But yesterday I got a flower delivery at work. 2 dozen white roses with a note in shaky handwriting. Thank you for having a backbone. Love, Grandma. I called her crying. She said, you did the right thing, baby. Don't you ever doubt that. So yeah, my family's not speaking to me. My sister's probably telling everyone I'm a monster. My